कतर केस में प्रणय 28 दिसंबर को वहाँ के जो कोर्ट ऑफ अपील है उन्होंने एक जजमेंट दिया। उसके तत्पश्चात हम लोगों ने एक प्रेस रिलीज़ निकाली जिसमें हम लोगों ने बताया था आपको कि उनका जो डेथ सेंटेंस है, मृत्यु दंड है, उसको घटा के प्रेजेंट सेंटेंसेस कर दिया गया है। अब हमारे पास जो हमारी लीगल टीम है, हमारे पास नहीं, जो लीगल टीम है उनके पास वो कोर्ट का ऑर्डर है। वो जो कोर्ट ऑर्डर है वो एक कॉन्फिडेंशियल डॉक्यूमेंट है। तो लेकिन इतना मैं कह सकता हूँ कि और कंफर्म कर सकता हूँ कि उन सब का जो सेंटेंसेस है, वेरिंग सेंटेंसेस मिला है, अलग अलग अवधि का सेंटेंस मिला है और डेथ पेनल्टी ख़त्म हो गया। जहाँ तक आगे मसले की बात है, 60 दिन का समय है जब इस मसले को अपील किया सकता है कोर्ट ऑफ कैसेशन में, जो कि कतर की सबसे ऊंचा वहाँ का कोर्ट है। तो इस मुद्दे पर हमारे जो लीगल टीम है वो काम कर रही है और हम लोग भी परिवार के साथ और लीगल टीम के साथ इस विषय पर बात कर रहे हैं, जुड़े हुए हैं और आगे देखते हैं कि क्या होता है। So we had on 28th of December, the Court of Appeal had given a judgment. Thereafter, we had issued a press release giving details or telling that the death penalty has been reduced. Now we have the judgment order, which is a confidential document. The legal team has access to it. What we can tell you is confirm to you is that the death penalty has now been converted into varying prison sentences for the 8 Indian nationals. On the next steps, we are in touch with the family members. We are also in touch with the legal team. They have 60 days. The legal team the court has given 60 days for the appeal to be made before the Court of Cassation, which is the highest court in Qatar. And it is for the legal team now to decide the next course of action. So this is where we are. Regarding the 60-day time frame, I would assume, but I am not the legal person here, I would assume that it would start on 28th December or a day after, but it is for the legal, our legal team, or the legal team there to look into these aspects. Extortion calls, etc. We have several issues to discuss. We have been discussing issues regarding security situation, etc. There was an issue about a temple which was attacked. The Canadian police then thereafter went into investigation of the temple premises and the person who had intruded. It later turned out, and they issued a statement that the person was of unsound mind. So there are these issues that keep happening, but we'll, on your question I do not have exact answers to all the things that you're pointing out, but hopefully I'll share more details with you soon. But it is a matter of concern. Extortion calls, getting extortion calls, people getting extortion calls, especially Indian nationals, is a matter of serious concern. Your question was about the Supreme Court. So, in this particular case, the habeas corpus plea of Mr. Nikhil Gupta was considered by the Supreme Court. The Supreme Court has given a ruling. We haven't not seen the order of the Supreme Court, so therefore it will not be fair for me to comment on it. We will take things as it comes. The matter rests in the Supreme Court. The Supreme Court has given a ruling. The order will be out. Once we see the order, thereafter we'll see what are the next steps forward. We have yet to see the order, the formal order of the Supreme Court. ईरान में कल बम फटे, उसके बाद हम लोगों ने उस पर अपनी प्रतिक्रिया जारी की है। आपने शायद देखा होगा कि हम लोगों ने स्टेटमेंट जारी किया है जिसमें हम कहें कि हम लोगों ने इसकी निंदा करते हैं और जो आपने शायद स्टेटमेंट देखा होगा हम लोगों ने, एक मिनट, ये बहुत दुखी है कि इतनी बड़ी ये घटना हुई जिसमें काफ़ी लोग हताहत हुए हैं करमान शहर में, और इस ऐसे मौके पर, ऐसे दुखद मौके पर, ऐसे गंभीर मौके पर हम ईरान के लोगों के साथ और ईरान के सरकार के साथ खड़े हुए हैं। और हमारी थॉट्स, हमारी प्रेयर्स, जो परिवार लोग हैं जिन्होंने अपने परिवारजनों को खोया है, और जो लोग वहाँ पर हताहत हुए हैं, और जो लोग वहाँ पर अभी इंजर्ड हैं, उनके साथ हमारी थॉट्स और प्रेयर्स अभी हैं उनके साथ। सो कैन वी टेक हमास वाले मुद्दे पर? ये हमास का वहाँ का मुद्दा है, और जो हमारा पोजीशन रहा है इज़राइल और गाज़ा के बीच का, उसके बारे में हम लोगों ने अपनी स्थिति पे बड़ा क्लियरली हमने कंसिस्टेंटली लाइन ली है, और उससे आप अवगति हैं। आदमनी, जहाँ तक यूक्रेन का सवाल है, हमारे विदेश मंत्री ने कल उनसे, वहाँ के विदेश मंत्री से बातचीत की थी, और उस बातचीत के दरमियान जो हमारा बायलैटरल कोऑपरेशन है उसके बारे में बातचीत हुई, और दूसरा कि वहाँ पर जो चल रहा है, जंग चल रहा है, उसके बारे में बात हुई। तो ये दो प्रमुख मुद्दे थे जिस पे बात हुई है, और मैं इसको यहीं पर इसी बात को ही ख़त्म करना चाहता हूँ। What's happening, the situation in the Red Sea, etc. We have, in the last presser as well, we had made it very clear that we attach very high importance to freedom of navigation, free movement of commercial shipping. We are looking at the situation. It's an evolving situation, and we are looking at all aspects of it. As you know, we have Indian Navy ships patrolling the area. They're also keeping a watch on Indian ships there. So far, we are not part of any multilateral initiative or project in the area. So that is where we are, but we are looking at the unfolding situation very closely. मोटा मोटा जवाब यही है कि एक जो वहाँ पर स्थिति बनी हुई है उसको हम लोग लगातार उस पर नज़र रखे हुए हैं। हमारे जो रक्षा बल के लोग हैं, इंडियन नेवी की शिप्स हैं, वो वहाँ पर पेट्रोल कर रहे हैं, और जो हमारे जहाज़ हैं जिनको वहाँ पर सुरक्षा चाहिए उस पर वो नज़र रखे हुए हैं। और अभी तक का जो हम लोग का भी समझ है कि उस इलाके में जो कोई भी मल्टीलैटरल प्रोजेक्ट या इनिशिएटिव चल रहा है उसके अभी हम लोग भाग नहीं है, लेकिन ये एक सिचुएशन लगातार बनी हुई है, उसको हम लोग उस पर नज़र रखे हुए हैं और देखते हैं कि आगे क्या होता है। योर क्वेश्चन वाज अबाउट चाइना. We have, our position in China is very well known to all of you. It is a position which is a relationship which is not normal, but we have had dialogues both on the military side and on the diplomatic side. In the month of October and November, we had both these engagements, and the idea is that we engage so that we can have some sort of resolution. I just want to pull out these meetings that we had in October and November so that I can give you a little more details. The commander level meeting that we had in the month of October, and there was an agreement to maintain momentum of dialogue and negotiations through relevant military and diplomatic mechanisms. And they also committed to maintain peace and tranquility on the ground in the border areas in the interim. So that's very important. We also had the 28th meeting of the WMCC, that is Mechanism for Consultation and Coordination on India-China Border Affairs. This is at the diplomatic level. We had our Joint Secretary East Asia participating there. And the idea, they had very good in-depth discussion, constructive discussion, frank discussion. And they looked at all the proposals to resolve remaining issues and achieve complete disengagement in eastern Ladakh. They further agreed on the need to maintain peace and tranquility along the border areas, ensure a stable situation on the ground, and avoid any untoward incident. And then thereafter, the two sides agreed to continue dialogue through military and diplomatic channels and hold the next round of senior commanders meeting at the earliest to achieve the above objective. So that is where we are. We hope that answers your question. The elections in Bangladesh, and we have been very consistently saying this, elections in Bangladesh is the domestic affair of Bangladesh. It is for the people of Bangladesh to decide their future. So that is where we are. This question was asked in last presser also. My predecessor then had answered this question as well. So I'll leave it at that. On The question regarding Sputnik on artillery shells. See, one thing is very clear. We've also seen some media reports in this regard, but we can categorically say that we have not sent any of these artillery ammunitions to Ukraine. We have not exported, we have not sent. Sandeep, regarding your question on G7, G7 provisions regarding diamond sanctions, etc. Obviously, diamond. When it comes to diamond industry, India is a big player in that, and anything that happens in any part of the world has an impact on our industry. We do have concerns, but to be very specific to your question, I do not have all the details for it. So hopefully next time when we meet, we'll have more details to share with you.